Hey guys, hello. Thank you for coming. This is Queen.
And this is Heat.
And this is Shoot the Shit. Ooh, I'm excited today.
Okay, I'm going to introduce our guest.
Special guest at that.
Melissa St. Phil, Little Miss Tyson, born September 8th, 1983, in Long Island, New York. She is Haiti's first female boxing champion with a record of 15-4-4 across 23 fights from 2017 to today. She's a two-time All-American track athlete before boxing and won multiple world titles, including the WBC Silver Super Featherweight, IBU World Super Featherweight, and an NABO champion. She challenged for world titles against Eva Wallström in Finland in 2018 and Delphine Persoon from Belgium in 2019.
2007 to recent.
That's a lot of fighting.
That's a long time.
That's
in
a
my
long time.
Oprah voice. All my life I've been fighting.
And you probably was fighting before that as well.
We know.
That's how I got into boxing. Yes. Hey, let me tell you, I'm so happy to be here with you guys because look, first of all, shout out to Heather and Ronica because they are the 2026 Boxing Hall of Famers. Woo, love. Okay, and I love them so much. Okay, because let me tell you, first of all, we all started together.
Are you going to let us ask you questions?
Oh, yes. I
She's doing a soliloquy over here.
I got to give you guys your flowers, okay?
Thank you, baby. We love
Thank you
you.
so much. I'm just ask your questions, because I will go on and on. I'm like a pastor. I'm ready.
Okay, as everybody know, me and Mel met each other in the amateurs, I think. Of course, she has her own story about how we met. Okay, go ahead.
Let me tell you how I first met Ronica. Okay, so before I even knew Ronica, right? So this is way back in the amateurs, right?
Closer to the mic.
We was back in the amateurs, and then I was at the Golden Gloves. I'm like, wait a minute, who this girl just took over the whole 126? I'm like, what weight class? It was like 126. I was like, okay, good enough, because if she's 132, I'd rather go to 140. And I was, oh my God, I'm like, this girl can really fight. So now when I introduced myself to Ronica, she had her fight in the Bronx. And I was like, hey, Ronica.
That was my first pro fight.
Her first pro fight, and she rolled her eyes at me. And I was so hurt.
I've been telling y'all, Ronnie got an attitude first time you meet.
I don't believe it, but
Ronica
okay.
I was like, hi. And she rolled her eyes at me.
You know what it is? No, you probably was yelling through the crowd with that on the high pitched side of the voice, and that probably triggered me.
You know what?
That's probably what had happened.
There's a chance.
I'm gonna just let her stick to that story, but I just told y'all the truth. And let me tell you how I met Heather, right? The first time I met Heather, right? Oh my God, Heather, you've been beautiful, girl. Okay, let me tell you.
Thank you.
I remember I seen Heather at BBQs, and then she had on this beautiful red lipstick. You still got that lipstick?
Hell yeah.
And when she said hi, I was like, oh my God, she looked like Scarface's wife.
That's what Melissa always told me. Michelle
God.
Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer. I was like, wow.
No.
Okay, let me tell y'all, Heather got the best legs in the boxing world, okay? Have y'all
Facts.
seen Heather's legs?
Facts
And
on
her
facts.
feet? Look, OnlyFans, feet. All my feet lovers out there.
My mom keeps telling me to do it.
I keep telling you to do
I
it.
know.
Look, you need to just pick that leg up right now and show those toes. Okay?
I got Barbie feet.
Yeah.
I got Barbie feet.
For sure.
Literally Bobby feet.
Well, thank you for coming today, Mel. We
Oh my
appreciate
God.
your visit.
Yes, and thank you for having me. I have gifts for you guys. I
You
have
do?
gifts. Yes, I do.
Oh,
Okay?
thank you.
I have gifts. So this is for you, Heather, and
Thank
then there's
you.
a picture in there for you and for you too, Ronica. So this is by
Is there a picture in there for me too?
it should be. I don't know what's in the
hope,
back, but this
I
is.
hope not,
this-
because
this-
I have enough.
You know what, guys? This is from Jeannie and Justine.
this is nice.
Merengue soap with turmeric and everything. Merengue seeds. Yes, that is for you, girl. Because I want to
It's
be
going on the wall.
Yes,
It's
I
going
want to
on
be
the
on the
wall.
whole of things. So
You
you
got it.
guys. Enjoy
Thank you.
your soaps, turmeric,
thank
merengue.
She's
Yeah.
so good. Thanks,
Tell
Mel.
Jeannie that we love it,
Jeannie
and thank
and
you so
Justine.
much.
We'll tag you guys.
Justine.
We'll tag you guys
Yeah,
together.
definitely.
Shout out to
I'm
Jeannie
so
and
happy you
Justine.
didn't put a picture in here for me. Thank you.
Yes,
Appreciate that.
yes.
Okay, so let's start with the questions. Are you gonna allow us to ask you questions now?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay. All right. You got it out.
I'm an open book.
Nice, I
I'm an
know.
open book.
You
And
know.
ask me anything. Okay, ask me anything.
All right, where did you grow up? Like, was it just in Long Island, or did you move around?
So I did move around. So I was in Long Island, and then from Long Island. So Long Island Long Island on the weekdays, Brooklyn on the weekends. You know, after my parents fought, that's how it started. And then after that, Haiti, and then after Haiti, I came back to America, and then I just started my journey because it was hard. It was a hard life.
Is that how and why you started boxing?
No, let me tell you, I started boxing because, growing up in a Caribbean household, you could understand. When you grow up in a household and then you grown up and there's violence and just so much going on, my parents didn't believe in therapy. And the first time that I expressed that, something happened to me, the teacher sent me to the guidance counselor's office. And, I wouldn't say nothing because, I grew up in a household where they say, you don't say nothing what's going on. Don't speak on what happened. Whatever happened, happened. So, I told them, what happened because they seen bruises on me. So, I'm a terrible liar. I said I fell off the tree. I fell off the bike. So, they're like, okay, which one was it? So now they put me on the spot. So I'm like, I don't even know what to say. So I drew a picture of a little girl crunched up like this and chaos around, like scribble scrabble. And I finally told the guidance counselor what happened. And then she was like, okay, So after the session was done, I said, please don't call my mommy, please. She's like, I promise I won't. You can trust me. I got home at the end of the day. ACS was up in the kitchen. My mother, she was shaking her foot and gave me that look, like she gave me the Ronica look. That one right there, like, and I was like, oh my God, I'm a dead girl walking. So I was getting, so I caught it after that, Then when I went back to school, they was like, hey, is everything going good? And then I think that was the beginning of me like hiding and lying, like, yes, everything's fine. Thank you so much. Thank you. Everything is good. Okay, all the way up to I think sixth grade is when the last time I got beat up, at home, and then after that I was always fighting outside. So I was holding all this anger, everything that I was seeing between my parents and then my siblings and everything. So I was holding all that in for a lot of years, I wasn't talking to nobody, I wasn't sharing nothing with my friends, nobody knew nothing. I learned how to hide behind my smile. I mastered that smile at an early age. So this is something that was cooking inside of me. So when I found a boxing gym, actually I was following my cousin, like, where you going? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, you're too secretive. Like, what's going on here? So I seen he went to a boxing gym, and then there was a wrap. And then I was like, I want to fight. I could fight because I was already street fighting. And they was like, you mean can you fight? Let me see your stance. So it was like, no, we're going to teach you how to box. And then after that, it was a wrap. It became my safe place, my safe zone. The boxing gym the environment was my safe place to forget about the reality, And I was running track and stuff. So track and field was another safe place for me. I love the track team and everything. And
what made you walk away from track?
So I just, after I became former 2-time All-American, I was like, the love was still there, but the fire was gone. It was gone.
You think because you fell in love with boxing a little bit more?
Boxing then took over like a toxic relationship. Okay.
Who taught you how to fight?
Oh, I watched my mom. My mom could fight.
Mine too.
Man, let me tell you, because my mom and my dad would fight. He be trying to whatever, but nah, she took over.
I'll tell you something. My mama used to say, nobody'll hit you like your mom. And whenever I got in the ring, it was true. The only person who ever hit me like my mom was Alicia Ashley. Honestly, like, nobody beat your ass like your mom. And then I come to find out that not everyone's mom beat them up. And I was just like, ooh, I should stop saying that.
Right, and that is so true because, my mom, I used to catch licks, you know what I'm saying? My brother didn't knock me out. My mother beat me up multiple times. My dad, got jumped by them. And then I'm like,
you got jumped by your mom and your dad.
What? Yo. And then they try to run me up with the car. It's crazy. So going back to what Heather said, That's true. Nobody's gonna hit you like your parents. You know what I'm saying? Because you get in bed, you get bed knuckle, like you get it ragged, like you get dragged.
My mom used to say they come without a warning.
Right.
So you have your back turned, and all of a sudden, doom, doom.
Right. That's exactly like they beat you. You wake up like
But a lot of
even
people.
that's like
In fairness,
You be silent for mad long.
Right? So it's true because when you go in the ring, we got our hands wrapped. We got our gloves on.
I know, I got
You
a
what I'm
mouthpiece
saying?
in
You got
it.
a mouthpiece in. And then you got a ref in there just in case this gets into
I know, and it's only one girl.
It's
only one girl.
Exactly.
So it's like I never was scared.
Exactly. So imagine, when I was getting fights outside, I'm like, what now? Bring it. Because I just caught it at home. I'm not taking no L out here.
Right.
So
No, I know.
bring it. Bring it.
I used to
Okay?
fight people.
I was always ready, So, I had to deal with that. And even, it's like, I just started speaking about this, recently a couple years ago. Because people don't understand that trauma goes deep. And when you don't heal it, I'm telling you, you turn into somebody else. Especially when it starts to trigger stuff in your mind. Now you're going back to these places. Because when I remember when I had my very first fight, it was upstate in New York. It was my first amateur fight. And they put me in the girl. She already had like maybe a few fights already on me, right? And I never forget it. That girl went and cracked me. Let me tell you, I forgot about boxing. I remember my mother whooping my ass, okay? And then I remember I forgot everything. I was in there like pop, 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 pop. And then the fight was done. And then I didn't know that I had stopped her. Because after the bell ring, I ran to the court. It's like they grabbed me like, no, the fight's over. Man, it's over. And I'm like, it's over. It's over. It's like, it's done. It's done.
Like you had PTSD.
Yeah. Yes. No, I do have PTSD. I still do.
No.
Oh, yes. Let me tell you.
Surprise.
Let me tell you, I could be watching like a clip, just say like on TikTok or watching TV, and then I see a clip of like Tina Turner, and then I can see them fighting. It take me back. Or loud sounds, like if I hear like a scream, or if I'm in my building, I hear boom, boom. It do take me back because that's what I would hear in the house. My parents are fighting, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? So it does certain sounds will take me back, or if I see certain things like two couples arguing, take me back. Because let me tell you, at one point when I had my first boyfriend, and we had got into it, right? And I forget what, we got into it, and then I remember I started laughing. He had pushed me against the wall, he had me by my neck, and I started laughing. And then he's like, you really crazy. And I was just like, I thought that was love, like, all right, let's get it on down. He was just like, what? I mean, we did, but you know what I'm saying? But, I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what I grew up seeing, the toxic relationship. Because after my parents would, fight, you know what I'm saying? A couple days later, you know what I'm saying? They back together, so it was ongoing.
So what made you realize that that's not normal?
Let me see, the second time, I think how many times I've been through this situation? Okay, I think I realized, I think when I started healing, I think when I started my healing journey and starting to realize that I'm an amazing person, I'm a nice girl, that no, this is not love when somebody threatens you or pushes you.
I'll tell you something funny. What changed for me was Bruce called me in his office one day and said, baby, why do you think that he loves you if he hits you? And I was like, well, my mom used to love me and hit me. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. That's not normal.
Right.
And then that's what it changed for me anyway.
Yeah.
Where I was like, oh God.
Yeah, I think I was just like, no, I don't deserve this. Because we had I was in a toxic relationship with this guy, and I'm just like, no, this is not normal. And I don't want to have the relationship that my parents had, because that wasn't normal, because I was just like, look, y'all crazy. Let me just go to the room, play with my toys, give you my apple juice.
Not your apple juice.
Right.
Yeah.
Who was your biggest influence outside of sports?
Oh, man, my biggest influencer out of sports, a person that I looked up to a lot was, I really like Flojo, because I used to run track and field. I love Flojo. And wasn't it Kuta Kente from Reading Rainbow? What's his real name? But I know he played Kuta Kente.
I know who you're talking about. The guy, the black guy.
Yeah,
I can't remember what his real name is.
Reading Rainbow, I used to watch PBS Kids a lot. So I would always disappear over there. You know, he would read books and always, you know, smile. And that, I felt safe watching him. And Mr. Rogers, you know, I always wanted to just move into the land of make-believe and live in a tree. So when I talk about the tree houses, that's where it comes from, you know? Being in the Sesame Street, being with the puppets, you know, when I say I want to do like voiceovers and stuff like that, that's where I would disappear. So when people see me with all these colors and socks, Punky Brewster.
I
I'm
have
like, who the fuck is Funky Brewster?
That's where it come from, you know. When I used to have the braids with the colorful hair, Jem, totally outrageous. Jem is my name, you know.
Jem and the Holograms.
Yes, Jem and the Holograms. Yes, you know.
We are so similar. I didn't even know how similar we were.
You know, so when I would watch the TVs, because, you know, back in the day, you know, we had good TV. There was always a positive messages with Mr. T, you know, Chuck Norris on there saying positive stuff, you know. So I would say those were like the people that, you know, were like people that I had looked up to, you know, because they had love and positivity. Because, you know, growing up, I didn't have, oh, Melissa, you're beautiful, you're nice, be who you want to be, what do you want to be, you know. My mother's a Haitian woman who raised me, so I either had to be a nurse, you know, marry a doctor, be a doctor, have kids, work a 9 to 5, and that's life. What? I did none of that. Not married, no kids, I'm not a nurse, I didn't marry a lawyer, I'm not a doctor, didn't marry a doctor. I totally went against everything she wanted me to be.
And you became a world champion. You should be so proud of that.
I am proud of that now, you know. It's just like I didn't get the support. I didn't at all. Everything was just, you know, like just me. You know, even not going back to track and field. I remember she probably came to 1, but the race was done. You know, she kept like, what? I ran the hurdles already. All right, you know.
Because you was a 400 hurdler, right?
400 meter hurdles and 100 meter hurdles. Yes.
One thing about my mom that was different, though, is she used to love to come to my fights and watch me beat the shit out of everyone. She'd be in the front row banging on the folding chairs, Hannah! Linda is hype. My mom. I mean, well, you know my mom, but my mom is very supportive. My mother would be there like, come on, do it for 2 first. Give them the uppercut. Yeah, get them with the uppercut.
I'm like, okay, mom.
And then I love that. Like, I admire that so much. Even like, you know, we go to the fights. Even like Heather, like when we go to your fights, we all know where Heather peoples are. Okay, they all got the heat shirts on. Heather got like a whole row, okay, and a whole section. Ronica fights, man, the whole Flatbush is there, okay. Grenada is up in the building, and just seeing your family support you guys like that is so amazing. Like, I remember going to the track meets, and after the meets are done, I see all my friends' parents, you know, they're like, yeah, you know, they're hugging their parents, and I remember just standing there like, you know, whew.
Aww.
No, I'm not gonna cry. Oh, I'm not gonna cry. You know, but I just said it's still like, dang, you know, just having that, I wish, you know, I had that. I don't think my mom, you know, understood that, because she was just so focused on, and even my dad, oh, you're gonna be like Muhammad Ali, you're gonna have head problems, and, you know, my mom was just like, oh, you still doing this, you know, like, I'm not just in there fighting, I'm out there making a difference, you know. I'm an ambassador for autism, and, you know, I raise awareness for children who grew up in broken households as like myself, you know, raising awareness for the paralytic people and everybody that's suffering in silence as I did, you know. Because you can see my eyes, but I'm trying not to, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like, man, you know, all I wanted was, I'm proud of you, Melissa. I'm proud of you, you know? And I say I had a whole bunch of bad moments with my mom. I had good moments, you know? Way before boxing, I was already traveling the world with her. I've already been to places like Hawaii, Europe, Bahamas, you know, at a young age already. You know, I had a passport when I came out the womb already. It was already stamped. You know?
I think I was 30 when I got my passport. Ronica always talks about how that's so different, because I was born in Brooklyn, New York. I didn't fucking see a mountain, I think, until I was in my 20s.
Yeah, I grew up different. Like, my parents, even like when I was going to school, I never spent a summer here. I was either in Grenada or I was in Trinidad, or I had a godmother, my sister's godmother, and she was from Martinique. So we went to Martinique, we went to Paris, you know, just anywhere. Like, I'm just so used to traveling. Like, traveling was something that wasn't like a foreign thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, That's why sometimes when I hear people be like, they don't have a passport, they don't travel, I'm like, how? Like, what do you mean? Like, that doesn't even make sense to me, but I understand that it's just cultural differences.
Before I lived in Haiti, it was a lot of summers in Haiti, so, that's why I'm like, nah, I always been traveling,
Well, speaking of traveling, let's switch gears a little bit.
Okay.
You've trained everywhere. Gleason's, Johan, Upstate. What makes you try new gyms, and which one is the most home to you?
Oh my God, well, of course New York is a home to me, so let's start off with that one. And then, like with boxing, when I got into the boxing, I didn't have no knowledge of nothing. Like if I knew what I know now, man, let me tell you something, okay? Things would have been different. So, just running into some male trainers, it was crazy. A lot of them didn't take me serious. A lot of them. And then, I just wasn't with the shenanigans, if you know what I mean, okay? Because I ain't laying down for nobody, all right? So,
Do you think that's what made you hot? Because a lot of trainers try to sleep with you?
A lot of if they knew they couldn't get me in, in the bed, whatever, then I would just leave because they wouldn't, train me, So I'll just, that's how I just end up just going to other gyms and stuff, because I just wanted somebody to just take me serious. You know what I'm saying?
Did you have a trainer who really understood you? Who would you say that was? Who got you through and through?
I would say Victor Rountree. Victor Rountree, he passed, so RP to Victor. Victor really, he had patience with me. He, a lot of yelling at me, but.
What gym was that?
That was Starlight City.
Okay.
That was in Starlight City. Vic was very patient with me, and he understood how I learned. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say Leon too. I'm gonna say Leon and Vic because Leon understood what type of fighter I was, and like he could tell Leon. I'm going back to Leon now. Leon could tell me and Ronica and you a combination, and you and Ronica get it because you and Ronica, are really good technical fighters. But if he tell me the same combination, I'll be like, huh? Man, I just told you to throw up a hook and step over to the left and then I'm like, huh? But if he said it another way, I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So I understood things different. So that's like when I hear like Mike Tyson's story, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Why Custom Model put the numbers on the bag for Mike Tyson stuff. So when I hear his story, I'm like, yeah, I get it too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
What do you think you remember most about all of us training in Gleason's together?
Oh my God, let me tell you. So first of all, let's start off with
we
you,
got
Heather.
stories.
Let me start off with Heather, all right? First of all, Heather would come out of a fight. It don't matter if it was what's the
MMA.
name? The MMA or boxing fight. All right, Heather will come to the gym and say, all right, look, I know you guys are fighting. Look, I got 8 rounds. Okay, look, I got 8. I gotta go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Heather comes through. If I needed, Heather, you guys, can I borrow some shoes? She got some shoes. Heather, you got some? Right? Yeah, I got you. Heather, can I go ahead? I got you. Or whatever Heather got,
you can count on Heather for
anything. You
anything.
can count on Heather for anything. Heather will have
sure.
all the sponsors. Heather, I need some leggings. Heather got leggings. She got sports bra. Whatever. Okay, let me tell you. I'm Heather's of the child. Okay, because I'm always Heather, you have, and she always had me, So one thing, Heather always showed up, and it don't matter how tough the fight. Because usually after the fight, we'll be in the gym maybe in a week. See us in 3 days, see us in 4 days.
Yeah.
No, Heather was in the gym, the next day. We're like, hey Heather, we literally watched that tough fight last night. She's still in the gym like, let's go. And then she's a superman. So after she give us, she's like, look, I got 6-8 rounds. Let's get this over with. Look, she take off her gloves. She still got her wraps on. She's like, I gotta pick up Andy from school.
Yeah.
And Heather is out. Wraps and boxing shoes on, and then she's out. Ronica.
Tell me about her.
No, go ahead.
Let me tell you. Ronica is the same. Let me tell you.
Ronica, though, she would have hit you with a 6-piece and a biscuit and just walked the fuck off. That's what I remember about Ronica.
Let me tell you,
Sparring with her was like, ugh.
First
This
of all,
fucking bitch can be in my ass all morning.
exactly. And I'm still traumatized from her uppercuts, okay? Let me tell you, Ronica.
You see how bad we are at getting flowers, Ronica?
Right.
It's because we're around the boys all day.
Ronica, and let me tell you, Ronica always stand on business. Let me tell you, one of those times when I had got, kicked out the house or whatever situation, I don't know, evicted, whatever. But Ronica's pink carpet was always there for me to lay on, okay? Ronica's home was my home. Ronica would take me in like a grandma, okay? Ronica feed
That's
me,
probably why I got
clothe
gray
me.
hairs now.
And then,
She's very motherly. She mothers me every day too. Heather, did you eat?
yes.
No.
And then Ronica is also like, besides her, feeding me her uppercuts when it's time to spar, Ronica is also somebody like a mentor and a counselor, like, because I don't always make good decisions, or sometimes my decision is violent. Like, no, I'm gonna go find her. I'm gonna knock on her door. No, Ronica's like, no, let's think about this.
I know. She's the
Ronica,
queen of being the devil's advocate. Oh, maybe.
Yes.
Shut up.
Yes. You
Yes.
have to do it another way because
Yes.
Melissa's the pull-up queen, okay? And she be by herself for dolo.
No, this is a good question to ask. Have you ever had beef with another female fighter?
Let me tell you, yes, I have had beef with a female fighter. Who I wanna let me see, cause I gotta go back. Well, yes, let me tell you, right? I have had beef. Well, let me start off with the Serranos. So it's Sydney Serrano and Amanda. If you are listening to this, let me tell you right now. Let me start off like this. First of all, I don't even care about the situation no more. Okay. It's what it is, what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know my number. You know where I'm at. I know where you're at. Amanda, I don't even know why you have an issue with me, but I'm going to leave it at that. But Sydney, we were friends. And I'm not going to go too much in detail about everything, but I did not know that was a situation, And I don't understand why you would come at me the way you did when you did the same thing to your friend, and you knew that, and you knew her situation. I'm trying to tell you, I didn't know. So now, at that time, me and Sydney was beefing. She was beefing with me. So now, if you bringing that energy to me now, we have a beef. So, so it was her. Like I said, Amanda, I don't know why she was feeling the way she felt. But Sydney, let me tell you right now, God don't like ugly, and Karma got everybody's address, and Tony's brother wants to know what happened. They are looking, okay? So I'm going to just leave that at that, okay? So...
what about you, Ronica?
Right?
Let's change the subject. What about you, Ronnie? I've had beef with a female fighter, and you know it.
Yeah.
You know it. I ain't even gonna say who this fucking bitch is, but this bitch had me so fucked up.
But you see why I have to be the peacemaker in this situation?
Fucked up. I'm
because
still pissed.
imagine having to deal with this. Like, who's going to make sense here? Who's going to be the common ground here? It has to be me.
And let me tell you, I came from the 90s, okay? All right? I come from an era. Right now, these people want to go on the internet. They want to, go to other people. No. I'm going to the source. That's why I said the two names I just said earlier. If they want to talk about it, I'm easy to find, and I know where they at. We all know where each other are at, because I just don't like the stuff that I was hearing coming back to me. And every time I did try to go, to speak to them about it, it was always something I'm hearing. Like, no. I come from an era where, if there's a situation, now I'm coming to you. No, you know what I'm saying? If you got the issue, I'm not going on no internet. I'm not doing none of that. I'm going to the source. And that's it. Okay?
Did you feel like you had healthy competition?
Oh, man, yeah. Back then when we was fighting, anybody could fight. Yeah. And that's why I'm trying to say, like, when we talk about women's boxing, I really feel like they need to rewind the tape. Because if they can rewind the tape for men's boxing, basketball, tennis, track and field, they can do the same thing to women's boxing. Because, like I said, in our time when we was fighting, the competition was up. Even before we got into boxing, the competition was up, and there were a lot of female fighters.
Belinda,
right now,
Melissa.
They just wasn't, they just wasn't being, I think they just wasn't getting the support in the show, because it irritates me now, just like how, we was on your live, and a lot of people was like, oh, they know about Clarissa, they know about Amanda, they may know about Katie, or whatever, and they don't speak on nobody else.
They only talk about 4 girls when there's thousands of us. Like, are you dumb? You know what I'm saying? Like, they need to rewind the tape back. If you're going to talk about women's boxing, yes, I like where women's boxing is going. It came a long way. But let's not forget the ones who paved the way. Let's not forget the ones who was kicking down the door. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they paid nothing to do it.
And got paid nothing.
Do you feel like a pioneer, or do you feel like you were left behind?
I am a pioneer, because that's why I'm here talking about it. And I'm also talking for the female fighters that they forgot. Because before I was boxing, I was still popping the VCRs because you got Papa tapes in the VCR. Lauren Serrano, you got the Chevelle Hallbacks. Because when
Veronica
Simmons, you know, Keisha Snow, Melinda Cooper, Ada Velez, the list goes on, you know? Because I feel like when they talk about women's boxing, don't just when they go back, they feel like they stop it at Chrissy Martin and Layla Ali.
Jen Santiago.
Yeah, they stop it.
girl.
Yes, Jennifer Santiago. Shout out to her.
Shout out to her.
They always,
She whooped my ass quite a few times.
Yeah, me and her had some back and forth. We always, you know what I'm saying?
They always stop it there. No, bring it back more. You know, because there's so many amazing female fighters. You got Jessica Rakoczy, you know, Layla McCarty. She's
Kelsey
still fighting.
Jeffries.
Yes.
You have
Kelsey
the one from
Jeffries.
Canada,
Jelena
Jelena.
Maranovich.
No, Janana. Okay.
It's got an M and a V in it.
It's
I think it's
something
Maranovich.
bitch.
Olivia Garula.
Olivia Garula.
Yes, Cheetah Gibbs. Yes, like there's so many amazing women. So I feel like if you're gonna speak about women's boxing, rewind the tape. You know, because it's just not fair. You know what I'm saying? Women's boxing came so far, but if you're gonna tell a story, tell it from the beginning. Don't start it from where it's popping now. Okay? Because way before Katie Taylor, way before, you know, Sydney and all of that, way before us, they were women. Because I saw these women, I'm like, wow. You know, I remember I seen Alicia Ashley on the movie Girl Fight.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wow. You know, I'm like, you know, and then
It's really true because when I was boxing, a lot of times I would be the first female fighter that anyone ever saw.
Yeah.
And I was the worst out of all of us. I'm not saying the worst. I'm just saying, like, I was a scrappier fighter. You know, I never did nothing pretty in the ring. Nobody was ever like, ooh. Everybody was always like, who hurt you, Heather?
Got their own
You're
style.
so popular.
Heather, you are good. Everybody got their own style. You had your styles for you. Your styles for you. I had my style. Everybody, you are a great fighter. Nobody can do what you do. Nobody can do what you do. Nobody can do what you do. Everybody had their own style, but you were always good. Okay, that girl is on fire.
Cut two. That one's for you to ask.
Okay.
That one is a misprint.
No, how did this even get here?
That one, thanks
I
to
don't even know
Lainey.
how-
Let's tag Lainey in that
I
one.
don't even know how our producer got this, but you know, we're talking about the Royal Six, which was made up by somebody else that I don't know.
You remember, I wasn't in that. I didn't get to go to the photo shoots. I didn't get any of the crop tops.
Okay, first of all, there was
happened with that?
nothing. That's the point. Nothing happened with that.
Yeah.
It was something that was created that never happened. You know what I'm saying? It was something that was supposed to happen that never came about. The full example of women boxing when stuff's supposed to happen and we never get it. But apparently, you know, it was supposed to be like the women of Gleason's, you know, fighting and stuff like that.
6 world champions.
if you
In
wanna
fairness, I wasn't a world champion yet. I was an IBF champion.
But not
so
only that, if you want to talk about that, let's talk about the picture with you. What's her name?
I know
Alicia,
what you're talking about.
Alicia
Sonia
and Sonia, and y'all
and
propped
Fire.
up with with Bruce in the ring with y'all belts.
Well, that we had a photo shoot that day.
Time out. Are me and Melissa there? No. Okay, so keep this Royal Six under
So
wraps.
now I know who was responsible.
Yeah,
the
check
salty
it.
one.
Okay, check it. Check it.
All right, you already talked a little bit about how it was hard for you in women's boxing because your coaches always tried to sleep with you. But what do you think that the hardest part about being a woman boxing that don't have to do with training or fighting?
The pay, and then I feel like, you know, they really paid more attention to the guys, I think, you know. I don't really think, you know, like I said, you know, Leon and Vic, you know, they really like had patience with me, you know, but I think other coaches, you know, they didn't really care for women's boxing, you know.
I think that boxing is such a small community and everyone knows each other
yeah.
that we're all like right on top of each other. Everybody knows your business. Everybody knows.
Oh yeah, it's very hard to keep your business up the rack.
And it becomes catty, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
But I would say maybe the hardest part about being a woman in boxing is proving yourself. That's how I feel. I think it's about proving yourself, and even how great you do, the more you do, the you know, the accolades and blah 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 blah. I think that you always still have to prove that you're the best, and it gets hard because I feel that men have it a little bit easier, you know,
Because there can only be one good girl at a time.
Right.
There was Ronda Rousey. Now there's Amanda.
Yeah.
There was Katie for a little while.
Yeah.
But there can be tons of great guys. So they
Right.
would only give the spot to one girl at a time, and that's what makes.
it a little
Right.
bit
You know?
irritating because even when you know, people that you talk to and they be like, well, there's not a lot of women in boxing. I'm like, no, there's a lot.
There is
they
a
just
lot.
don't they just don't show it, and I
Yeah.
think that's the problem. It's from the bad marketing.
Yes.
It's from the
And then-
or not marketing at all, or the simple fact that they don't even put enough women on a card for you guys to be able to see what's
Right.
actually out there.
But actually run the tape back. You know what I'm saying? The Zone can run the tape back. You know what I'm saying? They can, you know, like they do for the guys, give these girls they flowers.
I don't know if
You know?
a lot of
They would have to
people
go
know
into the
this.
archive.
You know, seriously, because when I was fighting, you guys know, but I used to sell my own tickets. I used to have to run to the Barclays Center, get a handful of tickets. I had to make my own seating charts. I had to collect the money. I had to hand it in. And all this while I'm advertising my fights, calling the news. I had a promoter that never promoted me. I used to call and schedule my own fights.
Right, and that's another part that's ridiculous. As a fighter, you should only be worried about getting ready for a fight. They want you to like do this, go sell the tickets, do this. So you have all this on your mind. You can't even really focus on your fight because you worry about, oh, I gotta go pick up tickets. How much you sell? What are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what I have you for?
None of the guys got to do that.
None.
Never.
None.
The majority of guys do not have to do that.
None. Okay, and then let me tell you, and then when it's time for us to go fight, let me tell you, we put on the show because I noticed that a lot of people in the crowd be like, when the girls coming out? When the girls coming out? Or when you get the bout sheet, they see a girl in the crowd, they like, when the girls coming out? You know, because sometimes, not saying all the guys fight this way, but we bring that fire. You know, we bring it because when that bell ring, all bets is off. Oh yeah, honey, I'm
Sound like
coming for you.
This is
You know?
my stage.
Right. We in there like doo 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 doo. You know, so we bring that excitement. You know, it's just
It's hard.
it's hard.
So question, so being Haiti's first female boxing champion, like how was that for you, and how did your family feel about that as well?
Oh my God. So let me tell you, first of all, I manifested at the power of manifesting. Let me tell you. I remember I was telling my grandfather that. I said, watch, I'm gonna be the first female Haitian fighter to fight in Haiti.
Wow.
I told him that years ago, right? And he was just looking at me like, get out my face. What's that green dome concert? So we mean green dome means like, why you all in my face like, dang, you know? And I said, cause it's gonna happen. So when that moment came, let me tell you, first of all, Ronica, you remember that night. Because when I first got the call to fight in Haiti, first let me give a shout out to Alicia Ashley. Because she was fighting, Alicia was fighting in Haiti, right? So Alicia's like, no, I'm just sitting over here like, you should come fight in Haiti because you Haitian, I'm Jamaican. I want to fight in Jamaica. She's like, you Haitian, you come fight in Haiti. So she's like, I'm going to give you my slot. So they
wow.
fight.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Alicia actually, she was supposed to fight. She just like, nah, give Melissa that slot. So they went
That's
and found me an opponent, and they, because obviously I'm not her weight class, so so they found me an opponent, and then when I got the call to fight in Haiti, I'm like, yes, because a lot of people in Haiti thought I was a myth. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not regular here. Oh, a Haitian girl, a boxer. You know what I'm saying? She's not a nurse. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So now I called Leon. I'm like, we fighting in Haiti. Oh, I'm not going to Haiti. Anybody put voodoo on me? Because you know how they can talk about. They always want to talk about Haitian people put voodoo on this other stuff. Somebody they going to get a chicken and all this other. I was on the phone crying.
So
I remember
ignorant.
I called Ronica. And I was like, Ronica, you got your passport? Ronica's like, yeah, Ronica, come. She's like, I'm going to Haiti. We fighting. She's like, just come work my corner because Leon said he's not going and everything. So Ronica was ready. So now Leon called me and I'm already upset. We on the phone yelling at each other. I'm like, how you going to say that about Haiti? I used to go to Haiti every summer and I used to live there. Haiti is home. I know the beauty of Haiti. Whatever CNN, all the news is showing about Haiti, every place got a bad place. You know what I'm saying? Every place you go to have their place and they got a beautiful place. Haiti's a beautiful place. And I said, I got my family there. I'm going home. Okay? This is my time to go.
How did it feel that night representing the whole country?
Oh my God! I felt like Michael Jackson, all right? When I flew down to Haiti, let me tell you, customs came. We didn't have to wait online. They came. I did my interviews. It was so amazing to talk to people that I'm here. I'm about to fight on Haiti soil. It was the best. This is one of my best moments in boxing, to fight in Haiti. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Un, deux, trois.
You fought there 3 times?
3 fois bataille Haiti. Un, deux, trois. Okay, I fought 3 times, and then the second time,
you have a microphone, so you don't have to scream so loud now.
I was just you fought it first.
Because she's getting loud at every question we ask. And not only that, but we have to sneak the questions.
Exactly.
And then I had the Haitian former president come to my fight. Sweet Mickey. I don't give a damn.
I don't give a shit. Yeah, that's my song.
When he came in the back to see me, I was so excited. My family was there. They were able to see me fight, and it felt so good. You know what I'm saying? Because mind you, I used to live here. I went to school out there. I went to a Saturday Adventist school. You know, and so just to be able to come back, it was amazing. They didn't show the people where I lived, because I ended up living with my aunt. But then when the earthquake happened, it had broke down the house, so she built a new house. So just to see showing the people the rubble and everything. And then when Leon finally came, and then I know Ronica got pissed off, because he called Ronica and said, no, I'm gonna go. You know, because Ronica was supposed to come work the corner, because if Leon's not gonna be at least the
I was already pissed off that he was already acting up. I think I must have cursed him out too.
You did
too, and I think that's why he fully changed his mind.
Yeah. Because so then when Leon got to Haiti, he apologized to me, and he was just like, wow, I'm sorry. He loved Haiti. He enjoyed the food and everything. And then but that is one of my best moments in Haiti. Shout out to all my Haitians.
Okay, all right.
Okay, let's get another question in here before
this gets
I'm
even
sweating.
louder.
I'm sweating.
And you don't even sweat.
I know.
Okay, so let's ask this. Like, you fought all over the world, right?
Yes.
What is it like fighting in other people's background?
Let me tell you, I love fighting in other people's hometown, because look, I didn't just change my name to Home Wrecker, okay? Because I go there and, you know what I'm saying, and shut it down. And, and I love traveling. I love, meeting, new people and learning the cultures, so and like I said, I always traveled before boxing. So, and I love that, a lot of female fighters, they just stay in one place, So to be able to go to Finland, Belgium, Peru, New Zealand, it was a great feeling too. And you know what else too? You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta just give y'all a shout out, because I love y'all so much. I just love to be on the same car with my other female fighters.
Yeah.
Me and Hedda fought on the same car. Me and Ronica fought on the same car.
Which one?
Yeah.
Wait, when did we fight together?
We fought when we went to Tennessee.
Oh, when we went to Tennessee.
Yeah, y'all had on the Versace bathing suits or some
we
shit
did.
like that.
I remember I went on the scale. Hedda's like, get off this, hurry up and get off the scale.
Because she's always thirsty.
I'm always I hadn't
Always
eaten my
dehydrated.
greeting. And Melissa wanted to take all the pictures. I'm like, bitch.
You can hear Hedda in the
Bitch.
background. Oh my God, it was the funniest thing. So I love to, and then that's another part of boxing. I love to be able to be on the same car with you guys. I
Yeah.
was with Ronica, and we fought in New Zealand.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, of course the pressure was on me. I was the last one to fight. So it was Nidia Feliciano who fought first. Shout out to Nidia Boricua. And then
I
it
fought
was
her
Ronica.
too.
You did,
She
yup.
did.
At the Aviator.
Yeah.
Blimp won $300 that night against Brian.
Ronica for a second, and then when Ronica came downstairs, so how about they both came downstairs all bloody? Like, I remember Ronica was like, all right, what you gotta do, it's your turn now, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm already like, God, like, oh my God.
And let me tell you something, Mel is the worst at like how she is like before a fight. It's like she don't want to talk to nobody. You looking for Mel, she's underneath the chair. I'm like, how did she even fit underneath? Or she's like behind somewhere. It's like you literally have to go like looking for her under. She just wants to be in solitude. Her face, there's no all this smiling and activity that we got going on here. It don't exist.
Wait a minute, but let me tell you why though. Let me tell you. When I was fighting, before boxing, I had a reason, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a bully. But if you bring that to me, I'm going to finish it. I'm going to finish it. Okay? So when it comes to boxing, right, I had to, you know what I'm saying? You know, like I said earlier, you know, I had to fight, you know. But in boxing, when you sitting there, you know, you getting wrapped, you know what I'm saying? You putting yourself like, dang, you know what I'm saying? You got to get yourself in this place, like, I got to go whoop this chick right now. But usually I have a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I have a reason. So to get yourself in this space, like, because usually that's how I get turned up. Like, if you come for me, I'm coming. Okay? Friday the 13th, you know? But to get ready, to get yourself ready, like, all right, gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? It make me like, you know what I'm saying? Because how do I get this out? You know what I'm saying? But obviously everything changes, you know, after the bell ringing. Because you swinging at me. Okay,
Did you ever have any fights where you didn't quite get comfortable in? Because I had one MMA fight that I'll never forget it. I just checked out. It was locker room to cage. Usually the bell ring and you, all right, now I'm here.
Yeah. Yes. And I'm gonna say the fight with Delphine Pursoon, because that was the first ever. So when I fought over there, I just wasn't something. Even way before I flew over there, something was off. But I'm just like, all right, just, you know, I wasn't listening to myself, and I'm just like going with it. Even when we got there, something just was off. And then at the time, the trainer in 7th round, he's like, listen, something in your eyes ain't right, and then he just stopped the fight. You know, it wasn't because, you know, she was tough or whatever. No, Jellyfish is tough, but it was me. Now I take that. Now out of those 4 suspect draws and the loss, that one I will own. That was me. I should have listened to what was going on with me way before I even flew to Belgium. So
what about with Eva? How did that fight? What do you remember most?
First of all, I won that fight. And Eva know that. Because let me tell you, because as a fighter, we know where we win and we know where we lose.
Yep.
Okay? Because even when we went in the back, when it was time to go do the P test, and then we had to cross paths, I want you to see that you see me looking. You see me. I'm looking at you. She looked down. You knew. Because let me tell you, I fought in Eva's hometown in Philly. Even the crowd was booing her.
Yeah.
Even the crowd. Because, you know, when I first went there, you know what I'm saying, you know, they didn't know who I was, so they like, when they said me the same, but they like, boo. But after that, now I was pop. Even when I had dropped her glove touched the ground. That should have automatically went to me. And then they went on the guards and they gave it to her. And then her promoter, her person that worked for her, even hit me up on Facebook and said, she's a champion. We couldn't let her lose. We couldn't give her the loss. They wrote that to me.
And nothing but it's cat more. I'm telling you now. Nothing. Cat cursed Eva out last week.
Let me tell you. Now that right there, that one hurt me. Because you know when you train so hard, Eva Walsh knows she lost that fight. Because when your home crowd, when your people are booing you, because when we came out that fight, it was like she got hit by a truck. And I was looking away. I'm looking right now. All right? So, you know, maybe it's a good thing that, you know, I'm not going to this 2026 Boxing Hall of Fame because she going to be there, because I might have a reminiscence. You know we want to run this back because you know you lost that. Period.
What about a memorable corner moment? What's your most memorable corner moment?
Oh, my God.
We all got a story.
Let me tell you. So we fought at... I fought for a title at Whitehall, right? I think I fought for a heavier title. I think it was at 140. I can't remember, but I fought Sarah Kuhn, right? So Brian, he got me. He's our manager. Shout out to Brian Philly. So he got me a pair of shoes, right? So I wear a 6 in boys, not a 6 in girls. We're fighting 10 rounds, okay? So when I put the shoe on, I just thought, like, you know, when you put on this snuggly and tight. So, you know, I'm just walking around with it, but I'm just like, something like, it's too late. Gloves are on.
I don't
you know what I'm
know
saying?
if I'll be able to think.
Let me tell you, but I'm just thinking, like, maybe they'll, you know, it's just, you know, because right now I'm thinking, like, you know, my mom getting ready to go in the ring, I'm getting ready to fight, it's, you know. So we get in there. So the first round go, right? So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you, the toes, I got to show you.
No. Jesus Christ. No. But why you can't show us with the socks on?
The toes were...
No.
You could have did that with the socks on.
You could have did that with the socks. No.
The toes were like this.
Melissa, you're being disrespectful right now because your toes is not even done. Put your socks on, please. Thank you very much. Don't stress me out.
This is a memorable moment, right?
Yeah.
So,
no, don't stress me out.
Y'all see how my toes were bent? Every pivot, every turn, it was like, And then so I went in the corner. Leon's like, Mel, did she hurt you? I'm like, my toes. He's like, what? I'm like, my toes. Oh my gosh. I'm looking at the card. I'm like, there's only round 3? Oh, 4? Oh my God. The fight was done, right? So soon we get into the corner, I take the shoes off. My socks are bloody.
You gotta shut up a little. The doctor next door, Bruce, just came in because they're fighting. There's a doctor next door doing the weigh-ins, and he can't hear, so we can't scream.
I'm screaming? Okay, let me whisper, right?
You don't gotta whisper, just talk in a normal voice.
So it's because I can feel my toes again, right? So now that my socks are bloody and everything, I took the shoes off, they gave me the belt, and I'm like, look, you gotta hold this, okay? And then I will never forget that moment. Brian's like, I'm so sorry, I got you a size 6 in girls.
What about you?
You didn't realize that until afterwards.
After, I wear 8, y'all.
Yeah.
What about you? Anything memorable?
About being in the corner?
Yeah.
Or
any crazy story?
Crazy stories about being in the corner fight. Oh, any crazy? I don't think I've had any crazy like situation with clothes or. I mean, no.
They forgot my mouthpiece once.
No, but yes. Remember Uncle Dre almost forgot to bring.
Oh yeah, that's the only thing. Listen, shout out to Brian Cohen again, who is the mastermind. So I had an outfit. Uncle Dre was supposed to make me an outfit, right? I was fighting in Whitehall. Do you know that the day of the fight, it was raining, all the stuff, whatever. He did not bring my outfit.
Oh no.
He did not bring my outfit. So because he is, I'm sorry, Dre, I love you, but because he is master for like lateness, Brian was just like, all right, let's just get an old, you know what I'm saying, like one of your old suits, and we'll just have it there, like just in case that, it doesn't come. So thank God to him, Brian was using his noggin, and I end up having to fight like in an old outfit, which like in boxing you really don't do, right? In boxing you're like a rich person. You don't wear the same thing twice. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So it was I won, you know what I'm saying, I won my belt, whatever, but that shit irritated the fuck out of me. He didn't give it to me after. I think I probably wore it like in another fight, or if I even did.
And don't forget the model gloves we had to fight in, the plastic gloves.
Which one? The one in was that the one
in New Zealand?
In New Zealand, the title gloves. Title gloves in New Zealand. We might as well have just fought in like plastic bags. But yeah,
What about you?
You got more memory
I
than
think
I do.
probably lots of crazy. I mean, I have tons of crazy stories. I remember one time I was on TV though, and Carew was like, he knew I didn't like water on my head, so he used to wet a rag and put it on my forehead. And he couldn't see my face, so he like reached over and gagged me. And I'm like, kicking my feet, I'm falling off, Devin screaming at me. And I was just like, I had gloves on.
Oh my God.
And he just holding it over my head.
Ronica got another moment.
What's that?
When you fought on Natasha Spence.
Kuta Kente?
Yes, Kuta Kente.
That slipped out. She fucking forgot, I know.
Natasha Spence.
Let me tell you.
Yeah. Well, that's because we have fought her. She fought Melissa first, and then I fought her second. I think for me that must have been like one of my fights where I really had to like switch myself over. Just because, I mean, everybody know like I'm a boxer.
This is when I knew Ronica could bang, because Ronica was.
I had to. I didn't have no choice but to. Like when people be like, oh, you have to fight your fight. Like this fight, I couldn't fight. I couldn't fight my fight. You can't. I couldn't. I mean, usually I'm able to. I'm able to direct a fight the way that I want it to go, and have the person fight my fight. But for some reason, she was not following the plan.
And let me tell you.
And so I had to say, fuck it out the window. Kat was like, take it to the motherfucking screen. Take that shit to the screen.
Right, and she did. And I remember after that fight, I said, look, the judges is looking at everything, your body reaction, your eyes. And I remember seeing, I said, Ronica, I went to that. I said, throw your hands up. Because she on around the ring like this. I'm put your hands up, Ronica. And then I remember I went in the ring and I went for Natasha like, you what? You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't want to fight me at first. She was just like I don't want to fight Melissa. I don't want to fight her because Brian was like, no, you want to fight Ronica for a title, this is in the contract. You have to fight St. Bill. Then you can fight Ronica J for the title. So she was just kind of like, oh, Melissa like a nothing. Like, all right,
Melissa whooped that ass.
What took her to school? Okay.
All right, so let's talk about some events that happened while you was fighting. So let's talk about the Roger Mayweather situation in 2009. So I know that you used to fight out of Vegas.
Yes.
You used to train with Roger, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So how did that situation turn into a bad situation?
First of all, let me tell you, Roger, even before all that happened, I remember he used to come to the condo, and he always used to speak about how he used to beat up his ex-wife Charlotte, which is his daughter's mother Jade. And he would just always like disrespectful, calling her all these names and stuff. And everybody knows that he has a history of hitting women. So I used to train over there with them, and one day in the gym, he just stopped training me, So I remember Cornelius, and at the time was like, Melissa, then just train at Top Rank with Berman. Shout out to Berman Stavern. He's also a Haitian fighter, heavyweight.
I remember.
Hey, so I used to go train with Berman at Top Rank. So I wasn't fighting in the Mayweather gym no more. So now Rogers to come by the condos. And mind you, these condos are Rock Spring condos, and he rented them to fighters. So I was living in there with Cornelius and Torrance, and Dion lived across the street. So he would come by and ask her, well, where's Melissa going? Where's she going? Just asking like stuff for her. They're like, look, she's out of the gym. What are you worried about her? They're telling him like, why are you still asking about her? She's not in the gym. So right now, I end up getting a call to fight Jennifer Hahn in New Mexico on a George Foreman card. So the plan was to fight her, then we're all gonna leave Vegas and then come back and get our own place. We won't be in Roger's place no more, so he doesn't have to question, me. Yeah. So that was the plan we all made. So now I get to fighting Jennifer Hahn, win the fight. First of all, she's tough. Shout out to Jennifer Hahn.
Yeah, I fought her 4 times in the amateur, so I know she's a very tough cookie.
Very tough. So you already know how that fight went. Okay, so I ended up winning the fight. So you know how it is. So I fought her on a Friday, flew back to Vegas on a Saturday. Sunday morning, I'm fighting Roger. So now I get up in the kitchen, I'm on my flip phone, eating a bag of Ranch Doritos, and thank goodness that I got dressed. So now Roger, he just enters himself in the condo. He lets himself in, and he's like, oh, when you leaving? I said, I'm leaving when Cornelius is leaving. And mind you guys, when people heard this story, they were asking, was I dating Roger? And I hate that. How come whenever a female, gets attacked by somebody, that is the first thing they ask, if you were sleeping with them? I think that is so disrespectful, and I just hate that. First of all, at that time, just to clear the record, I was in a whole 7-year relationship with Cornelius Eugene Locke. How about that? So if everybody want to know how I was in Vegas, me and Cornelius Locke were in a whole situation. So let me just put that out there, because everybody's like, oh, would you sleep with Roger? Would you, no. So right now, I'm telling Roger I'm leaving with Cornelius, and he's like, no, bitch, you leaving today. Took me by my shirt. I fell against the wall, so now it's a wrap. Now we swinging. He grabbed me by my braids. So now I'm swinging. He let go. I took the left, and I had to WWE him with a blam! Bust him in the head. Hurry up and call the police. They came. Then Roger came. Then we started fighting again, and he started choking me. I'm not an MMA fighter, as I needed you at the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to get out the things. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm good on my feet. You know what I'm saying? So now I feel like my heart's slowing down. My brain feels like it's about to explode. He's behind me. So he's choking me and punching me at the same time. So I remember the Vegas police came in with gunpoint. They're like, Roger, let it go. So let me go. I remember like the white of my eyes was red. Just feeling just crazy. So I ended up going to the hospital. So now I get to the hospital. Roger's baby mother, Kim, Kai, his son, Lakai, that's his son's mom. She comes there because he already whooped her butt 2 weeks ago, but bought her a new car. So she had, he used to giving them hush money, and other women too, because there was another female in the gym, in the Mayweather gym, he had knocked out, and she had a new truck. Money can't buy me, okay? My life doesn't have a price on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not these other women. I'm not no groupie. I don't get starstruck and none of this stuff. I'm a female fighter. You're going to respect me.
Did boxing turn its back on you?
Huh?
Did boxing turn its back on you after that?
Oh, yeah. Let me tell tell you, when I came, I remember after that whole situation, people are like, you know, even when I was in a hospital, I was at Mountain View Hospital in Vegas, and I remember Leonard Ellaby came in there talking about, he didn't even ask, "Are you okay?" He picked up his phone and he in front of me. He's like, "This is not good for the promotions, the Mayweather promotions." Now, if this was somebody of your family, your niece, your daughter, or whoever, it'd have been a different situation.
Yeah.
Of course, boxing turned his back on me. You know, because I remember when I came out, everybody's like, "Oh, you know, Mayweather, they got money. You know, just tell them to buy you out." No, I don't care. You know, I am a woman. We need to learn how to stand up for ourselves, all right? So when these things happen, I'm not going to run scared. No, I want to stand up to this because people like Roger that like to hit women, you know, and then play, you know, like whatever. We need to learn how to stand for ourselves, and they need to take accountability. So no, it took a lot of years for everything to settle out, but no, I went through the whole years and went to court. Because that's not right, you know what I'm saying? There's so many women that get, you know, that go for walks in the park and, you know, they get raped, they get hurt, you know what I'm saying? Now they gotta live with this and, you know.
I carry a weapon.
Right.
All the time.
Yeah.
I walk to work, and it is too dangerous. My sight isn't good anymore. I always got a weapon on me.
Right. You know, so, and I was inside of the house.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah.
I stood on business. I said, no, keep your money. Keep your money. I'm going through with it.
Well, I give you your kudos
Yes,
for
Melissa.
not allowing, you know, people to buy you.
That's one
for
thing about
standing
you.
up for yourself.
She's so
you know,
brave.
at all times. For sure.
You are so brave. You are so outspoken.
very, very brave.
And then I also want to give, you know, a thank you to Ronica because she came to court with me because my mom didn't want to come with
That's
me.
a hard thing to walk into court.
Yeah,
over
especially
a
by
man.
yourself and not
Yeah.
having no support.
Yeah.
And you know,
That's a
shout
long
out to
walk.
Brian again.
Yeah, Brian
'cause
made it
Brian is
happen.
the one
Thank you,
that you know
Brian.
helped and made sure that I was able to go out there and support her. So yeah. So viewers, we apologize for this background noise. Gleason apparently is having a show today, an amateur show, which really don't happen on a Sunday. So they're cleaning up, they are setting up, they're getting the fighters ready. So we apologize for the extra background noise besides the bell. Let's get down to some real talking right now, some real chatty chat. So how many men get intimidated by you knowing that you're a fighter?
Let me tell you, they don't even guess it. The first man asked if I run track.
Okay.
They never guess. They said, you know, you run track, do the gymnastics, you know, because back then I used to be, you know, like, strong. You know what I'm saying?
You still look
Still look
strong.
strong.
The fuck you talking about?
She got more
Back then,
abs.
she got abs on her elbows.
I know.
Talking about
I used to be in shape.
So they never guess, you know, and then the regular stuff that we all get. Oh my God, you know, I don't want you to beat me up, like,
Yeah.
Every
That
guy
is
says
so
that.
annoying.
I'm
Guys,
just-
can you guys please stop doing that?
Please stop
Please
it.
stop. It's
Right.
annoying and it's dumb and it's stupid.
I know. Could we beat you up?
If you're a
Probably
man,
not.
you're
Could
a
we
man.
could
Like,
we
if you're gonna be a
outbox
man, be a
you?
man.
We could all outbox you.
Right.
But don't ask me
If
if
you're
I
gonna
could
be a
beat
man,
you up.
just be a man. Like, we
Right,
worried about if we can whip your ass or not. Because if you're
right.
not doing nothing to get buffed, then you ain't gonna get buffed. Just be normal.
Exactly. Like, you know, when I meet a man, I want to be in my feminine energy. You know what I'm saying? Already, I'm already in the gym. I already got to spar these guys. Got to spar the girls. You know, already. You know what I'm saying? When I come out of the gym, I want to be in my feminine energy. Give me that. You know, I don't want to. Oh my God, you're a fighter. I would never guess. Oh my, how many knockouts have you been or whatever? Can you beat me up or like? What? This? You know what? This conversation is done.
Does this make? Do you think dating is hard for you?
Dating. When they find out what I
Just in general, like, cause for me, I haven't had a date in about 30 years.
You know what? No, you know, I do have a lot of guys, you know, that approach me. That's in my DM. But you know, it's just I gotta feel the energy, you know, because I'm all about the energy, the frequency. We gotta be vibing, you know. So if that connection is not there, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know, it's a no for me, you know.
All right. When you're making weight, what's the worst thing that nobody talks about, like when you're making weight?
Oh my goodness, let me tell you,
Dealing with that.
I I am a foodie. Okay, so when it's time to make weight, I think for me, that is the hardest part for me because when I like to eat. Okay? And every time, and it just gets so hard because all the food commercials want to come on.
You're right.
All of a sudden, my nose, I'm like Yogi the Bear. I'm smelling everybody food coming from their kitchen, project builders, everything. Like,
It's
what y'all
true.
niggas- you know? So it's so hard because I go to sleep with food dancing around my head.
And then the worst would be when you smell food.
Yes.
It's like your stomach hurts.
You don't even eat that much.
Me? Not anymore, but
You
when I
don't
was
eat that much
training.
either.
I do eat. What the hell you talking about? Stop saying that. I do eat.
Ronica eats breakfast every day. Egg
Exactly.
whites.
And then that be it.
No, I eat.
She's
No,
on one
she
meal a day.
Ronnie always be making the guys get her lunch too. She'd be like, "Who's buying me lunch?"
Does anything make you question like why you box or
No.
should you box?
No. I do know why I box. I I started boxing because, I came up, in abusive, I had trauma. So that's how I got into boxing. So even like when I started to get, past that, like, I'm in a place now, like, I want to inspire, somebody else, other people, so now it turned into like, let me show how I got out of my situation and started to overcome my trauma and starting the healing process because the healing journey never ends, but things just get a little better, you know what I'm saying, with life. So now I just, before I used to question like, okay, what am I doing here? You know what I'm saying, in the beginning. But for me, it never, funny thing is, it never was about the rankings or the belts. I didn't really know about, the belts and stuff or like, all I got was like, okay, such as want to fight you. All right, well, where the contract at?
Yeah.
Where's
That's
that
like,
money?
where's
Did
that-
anybody ever trash talk you?
Yes, Natasha Spence, Kuta Kente. Let me tell you, I remember she did. We was at the weigh-in. Let me tell you, and I never had that situation. And thank God that I did it because a lot of people, you never know what people's going through or never know where their mind is at. And I'm one of the people like you really have to be careful. Like, do I really want to smoke with Melissa? Because I don't care. We could be at a funeral. We could be in front of God. I'm gonna turn up. You know what I'm saying? But that's where my head is at. So I'm really happy that I never had those altercations at a face-off or weigh-in because the fight's gonna start now, and whoever tries to pull me off, you know what I'm saying? So Kuta Kente, I remember she that fight was a personal fight for me. That was personal, and I remember she was all, cause she's very cocky. She was all like da, 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 da. I said, yeah, bitch. All right. So I remember Brian was like, no, I'm pulling the fight. I said, no, Brian, do not pull the fight. Do not. Do not pull the fight. Because tomorrow night, when this bell ring, ding, ding, it's a wrap. Okay? She's the only one that and I have it on CD. You know
What about a
I'm saying?
dirty fighter? You ever fight any dirty fighters?
How about for the dirty fight?
I got headbutt the shit out of one.
Oh man,
God,
I remember
me
I
too.
got a bad. Remember I fought Selena's and I got that.
She
and
had a
I-
vagina eye.
I had a vagina eye, and I remember Brian said, "You want me to stop the fight?" I'm like, "No, take this. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight in that one eye, okay?" So I'm like, "Do not stop this. I'm in there like ping, ping." You know what I'm saying? We gonna go all the way with one eye. I was like, "Who's that girl? That cartoon. She got that one eye right here. That's why."
I forgot.
Yeah,
I forgot. I know who you're talking about. She got the one eye open in the center.
Yeah, that was me. I was like, no, keep this fight going on. But this how I was looking after and during the fight.
I think for me, I got like, I don't know if you remember, I think it was, who did I fight? I don't know, it was a fight in Dover. I mean, I had, first of all, the bump I had in the middle of my head. No, I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe not. My memory is hee. But let me tell you something. The way I look like a unicorn, and when the blood rushed to that one spot.
Let me tell you.
And then I had a hematoma like this after I fought Jackie Trevellino in the Barclays Center. It was my
I fought her
first fight
too.
there.
I
Yeah.
fought her in the pros and I fought her in the amateurs.
She headbutted the shit out of me, and then
Those headbutts ain't no joke. Let me
no,
tell you.
like this.
Heather, I remember. You remember A Living Color? I think the family had the Booty family. That's how I like was the boot. They had the booties on their head.
So we had a vagina eye and a booty forehead.
Yeah. Let me tell you which fight I like with Heather. Let me tell you. I love Coney Island. That's my spot. Every time I go to Coney Island, I think about you.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
when you fought?
That was when I fought.
when she
Speaking of
fought-
trash talkers, that was when I fought Shelly Vincent.
Shelly Vincent. Shout out to Shelly.
Shelly, let me tell you, that fight, I
Was
like
good.
that.
She
That
called
was
me a
good.
potato. Fuck you, Shelly. Fuck you.
I like potatoes.
Bitch. I know. I didn't even look like a potato. I don't want her to see
No,
me now.
Let me tell you, when Heather cut weight, we used to be in the gym like, oh
Dying.
my God, Heather got on the plastic. Heather got on everything.
I used to put masking tape.
I used to feel so
I
sorry
used
for
to
her.
just be like, oh my God, Heather.
So sorry for
I even
her.
got a picture. We had a picture together.
We do, and
Had
they're
a
like-
picture. Heather was like,
On the back ring, yeah.
Looking dead.
oh my goodness. I remember I used to be passing out to put the surface suit on. I'm like, take this zipper, take this off. Oh my God. I don't miss, if anything about boxing, I don't miss that.
Making
cutting
weight.
Yeah,
No.
I
making
don't
weight.
miss
I think
making weight.
making weight.
That
is
was the
part-
hardest for me,
always
too.
the hardest
Oh
part.
my
Doing
God.
the extreme.
Right.
Doing
I
the
remember I
extreme.
had to get up the scale and I would give my Pedialyte and
Pedialyte,
try
yeah.
to take it down. They're like, stop, don't take it down.
Don't
I'm
drink
like,
so
no,
fast.
take
No, because
this down.
Melissa would be like, I'm like, girl, slow down. You'll catch a
Can't.
cramp. All right, let's talk about your life with boxing now and how you're giving back. I know recently you became the WC ambassador for autism awareness.
Thank you, Jill Diamond. Shout out to Miss Jill Diamond.
Yes, how did that happen?
Oh man, so the whole thing with the autism started, right? So I had an ex-boyfriend. Then he had a daughter. He had a daughter named Kayleen. So we had got together. Kayleen's mother had passed from cancer, and when I had met Kayleen, Kayleen was, she's nonverbal. Did nothing by herself. So when I first met her, I just saw a very cute little girl who just needed love and attention. Because before me, they would just stick an iPad in front of her and feed her. That's it. So when one iPad is charging, she has one she's playing with. So when that one runs out, they switch and they feed her. That was it. So when I remember her father was, he was saying like, my life is changing now. I'm gonna have custody of my kids. You're a beautiful woman. You're single. Go live your life. I said, no, we're in this together because I'm a rider. Okay, I'm a rider.
And we be dying at the same time.
Yes.
Fuck being a ride or die.
Exactly. So I was like, no, I'm gonna stick around. You know what I'm saying? And when I had Kayleen, I would I'm like, Kayleen, come on. Like I would read her books and like, let's say little words or whatever, because I believed in her, and I knew nothing about autism. But I saw a smart girl, and then I would read her books, and we say words, like purple. I had that on video, her saying purple and saying her name, and I would take her to the park every day while her father has clients. You know what I'm saying? So I said, no, let me step in this as a mom, since her mom already passed. So I became her mom. So I would teach her how to be independent. Kayleen was putting on her clothes by herself. Kayleen was washing her dishes. Kayleen was doing so many things and saying words. Even her grandma was shocked to see that she can do all these things by herself. And it was just giving her love and time and patience, and then just understanding how, as an autistic person, how she sees and hears the world. So Kayleen actually showed me a lot about how to see her whole world. She was teaching me a lot, and she even showed me patience, because there was a lot of times where I almost had to go kick people's asses because, I remember one time, Kayleen, we went to the store and she passed this lady. She bumped her. She's a kid, she didn't know. She was excited because she saw the ice cream. Kayleen loved ice cream. She started stemming when she sees ice cream, and the lady, she went off. And then I'm like, hold on, bitch. First of all, she got autism, she didn't know, and then she still, even after letting her know that she's autistic, she's still going off. So now I'm about to whoop her ass. I see Kayleen is safe over there on that side. I'll just keep the ass whooping on this side. You know what I'm saying? So Kayleen don't get, So right now, Martin, it is another fighter, RP to Martin, right? Martin came and said, Melissa, get her home. I can feel Kayleen behind me. I feel her hands on me, on my shoulder. And then I'm like, all right. Let me get Kayleen. Mm-hmm. Kayleen's safety right now is more important because I don't need nothing to happen,
But what does your work look like with the WBC?
So when I'm in the ring, I have the puzzle piece on my gloves, on my skirt. So now, so that the world knows, what autism is. I know some people. I spoke to some, different parents. Some of them have their opinion about the puzzle pieces or whatever. But that's what I knew at the time. And so when I'm with the WBC, I'll go to the functions. The month of autism, which is April, will have these WC patches with the puzzle pieces on it. And right now what I'm trying to do is the month of autism, there's a title fight. They should have a blue WBC. They have a pink one.
Oh, okay.
So right now that's what I'm trying to get. Now for the month of autism, we have a blue WBC belt for autism. So WBC, can we get that blue belt? Shout out to everybody on the spectrum, and then here at Gleason's every Saturday they have the autism program. Shout out to Bruce, for making that happen. So, wherever I go, I show awareness for it. I'm in the ring, I have the gloves on and stuff. And, I just love it. Shout out to Kaylee, because she's the one who opened this door for me.
So what advice would you give to young Melissa right now?
What? Oh my goodness. First of all, I would give young Melissa a hug. I would hug her so tight. I will hug her and say, Melissa, you are such an amazing girl. You are smart, and your voice ain't annoying. And
we don't know about that, but okay.
I will tell you that you are loved, and you are just a blessing. And just keep hugging her, because I feel like I just needed a hug. Because Melissa felt unseen and unheard.
Do you think that in your childhood, your voice played a part in some of the situations, like people didn't understand you or they were like annoyed by you? Obviously it's something that you don't have control over, but it played a part in maybe how people reacted to you?
They did, because, I remember I was asking my dad, I really liked apple juice as a kid. And I wanted apple juice and cookies. And he's like, go get a crime. Anything you want to drink or eat, go write it down. Don't speak. And I was just like, what? But I really got a crayon and wrote cookies and juice. And then even in school, people were calling me Mighty Mouse, Mickey Mouse. I fought a lot over my voice. I did it. Even as I got older and I was calling, to check on applications for work. I remember one of those like, does your mother know that you're playing on the phone? I'm like, I'm really calling to check on the status of my application.
Right, like I'm a grown up.
Right. People are asking like, is this your real voice and stuff like this? So, yes. Right now I'm just like, this is my voice. And, I'm really trying to, do the voiceovers and stuff. Because let me tell you, before boxing, the plan was to go into theater, because I love theater. I did theater classes in college. That's what I really wanted to do.
Well, we're performers. I said this on one episode before. We can all do anything because we're performers who became world champions.
Right. And even I remember when I had the press conference. I never forget. I remember I fought in Atlantic City, and I fought out there, right over there. And I remember it was the press conference, my turn to talk, so they gave me the microphone. I was like, hey! Mind you, the room sounded like this. You hear everything in the background? You could hear a needle hit the ground. As soon as hey! And then I hear my opponent over there giggling on top. I'm like, yeah. Don't let the voice fool you, because when these 8 ounces is going up inside your head, and I remember the whole room just looked. They just looked at the stage like,
confused.
Yeah, but a lot of my opponents got confused. It's true. Whenever it's time to go to the press conference, they would laugh. Somebody said, "Dang, don't be fooled by that voice and that smile." Because when Samuel get in there, it's a wrap.
Should we play a game now?
Let's play a game.
All
right, are you ready, Melly Mel?
I'm always ready.
No.
Okay, before we get all deep, we're gonna play this game. Never have I ever.
Okay, so are we holding up fingers, or because we're gonna all do it together, right? All right, so hold up your fingers, Mel.
And if I say something, I'm gonna say never have I ever. But if you did it, you gotta put a finger down and then tell the story.
But if you haven't, you keep the finger up.
Right.
You understand?
So you want me to go first?
Yeah.
I'll go first. Ready?
You could get the paper, Melly.
Have you ever kissed somebody to make someone else jealous? I fucked someone to make someone else jealous, so my finger's going down.
Kiss someone to make someone else jealous? Does it count if they don't see it?
I guess. Like, if I guess.
Okay. Okay. Have you ever slid into your ex's DM? No, I'm not sliding.
I
into my
don't-
ex's.
I don't go
slide
back.
into ex DM. Girl,
You ever hooked
What's
up
your
with
hand up?
someone in the gym?
have you ever slid into your ex's DM?
I mean, but does it count if we're friends?
That's kind of a trick question.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of a true question. Okay, but have you ever kissed somebody else to make somebody else jealous, or fuck somebody else to make them jealous?
No.
Really? I guess
know.
I'm the only hoe in the room.
I don't know. I feel. Okay.
Whatever you say now. Wait, have you ever hooked up with someone from the gym? Yes, yes, and yes. Don't lie.
You gotta put the finger down.
Finger down.
Okay. Have you ever lied about your age? No.
No.
I don't have time for that.
When I was young.
Oh yeah, when I was young.
Yeah. Younger. Okay.
All right. Have you ever gotten kicked out of a bar or a club?
No. I feel like you have.
I probably have.
Yeah. Have you?
I'm gonna say yes. I don't have the story. I'm sure somebody comment below.
Like that?
Have I been kicked out? I don't think I did.
All right.
I
Have you
think
ever
you've been kicked off at a lot of jobs. Maybe that should count.
Oh yeah.
You've been released, Melissa?
Oh yeah.
Ever
Okay.
cheated
No, I'm loyal.
on a test or anything?
Oh yeah.
Okay, on the test, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
cheat,
yeah.
unfortunately.
I cheat back. I used to. I don't anymore. I used to really cheat back and not care.
Yeah.
But my grown self don't have time for that shit.
Okay. Have you ever ghosted someone and felt bad later?
Yes.
Yes, I have. I have.
No. I get ghosted.
Me too. Have you ever stalked someone on
Hell yeah.
Have you ever stalked someone on social media or stalked someone outside, like an ex or like a boyfriend?
Or like an ex's new girlfriend.
Is somebody that I'm gonna fight and plan it? Yeah, cause I need to know. I need to know your whereabouts. But I know it sounds scary. I'm not such.
Have you ever peed your pants in public as an adult?
No, I stopped peeing on the bed when I was a teenager. I don't know if that's. I've been peeing a lot.
Okay. Have you ever broke into your ex's car?
I kicked the window in. I don't know if that counts.
What's that story about? How did you break into your ex's car?
Because he wasn't trying to tear me or him talk to me. So I said, I'm going to find a way in. So he was at the game and I found his car. And I went in that, and I went in there. At first, I went under the car. My friend said, I don't think you're going to go under the car. But if he pull up quick, I said, you're right. So I remember I went in the back seat. He didn't lock the door. And when he came, he was like,
Surprise!
surprise! Surprise!
Okay. Have you ever been dragged by a pig?
Yes! In Haiti. I never forget that pig. I'm traumatized.
I got 3 left. How many do you got?
I got
4.
4.
And she got 1. Melly got
Okay,
1.
what have you got?
I know a
you-
good one.
Have you ever had to fight a girl for messing with your boyfriend?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No. I think it feels the other way around.
Yeah, I don't think I did. If I
niggas be
did,
cheating on
comment
me.
below. I forget things, so I don't know.
Oh, that was good. All your fingers are gone.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
I got 10 toes left, though.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. It's been so much fun having you here. And getting to know
I'm so happy
you.
to be here because let me tell you what it
For
feels
other
like.
people to get to know you,
You
not
know
me.
what it feels like. You know when you're that little cousin and you want to hang out with the big cousins. Like, can I come? Can I come? Then when you guys say I can be on the show, I'm like, yes, I'm on the show. I'm so happy. I don't want to leave. Like,
Oh, have you guys ever been jumped? You know I've never been jumped.
I have.
what?
I've never been jumped.
I was like 15. I got jumped in my own neighborhood because I was a pitcher on the softball team, and then I got to the softball game, and the girl was like, "You're not pitching today. Go home."
Oh, I forgot you was on the softball team.
Yeah, so I walked home, and my mom was like, "Go back there and get on the mound and smack the shit out of the girl." So I did it. I was like 13. I walked all the way back to Mill Basin, smacked her in the face. That night, I was walking And I was like, oh, fuck. The car pulled up. Her mother got out. Her cousin got out. I got hit in the head with a fucking pipe. So you know what I did? She was the one on the bottom. So I bit her face. Now we both need a tetanus shot. And the next day we were both in the doctor's office.
What?
Yep.
You know what story Ronica forgot to say?
What?
The wrestling story. Ronica's gonna be a wrestler.
No. Let me explain something to you guys, right? Melissa has the bad habit of getting herself into stuff and then adding me to the equation. So we end up in these ridiculous predicaments. So we ended up at this guy's apartment who apparently did like some type of like underground wrestling, like some type of like sexy wrestling where you have to wear a mask and all this stuff. And so we was like learning how to wrestle. He had a room with these outfits. I said, Melissa, how the fuck did we get here?
This sounds very dangerous.
How the fuck did we get here? So now we have names like Aurora the Red Demon or like Sexy Maneuver. Like it was just like retarded. I said, yo, I hate you so bad right now. Brian is like, what the fuck is wrong with her?
Since we're storytelling, why don't you tell everybody the time?
About the time what?
How about the time you fell out of the locker?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, let me tell you. So Ronica, right? She always wanted to do like, she's like, let's do a video.
Lies again.
So I'm like, I'm always down for the videos.
Lies again.
So right, so me and Ronica, we start the song, so we dancing, bing, bing, bing. So I went to go. So the plan was Ronica jump out, and then I'm gonna come out from the locker. Well, first I had to fit in the locker, so I said, let me hang from the locker. But I thought that the locker was stuck to
Nailed
the
to the wall.
Man, by the time I figured out that it wasn't, it was too late. Okay, it was like a roller coaster.
No, mind
going
you.
down the track.
Mind you, the phone is this way, so we're recording it. So I'm like, right. So as we're seeing this phone, remember I'm looking it from behind, so I see the her and the her and the lockers falling over, and I'm like,
so scary.
So I'm like trying to catch her at the same time. Yo, thank God that the bench was there.
Yep.
Or it would have felt fat on her. The other bench fell on my shoulder, and while I'm trying to catch her, then they went boom. Everybody came right into the
I went lying in there.
Leon was going up, and remember, I had to fight that week.
Yes.
Oh shit.
It was like
That
madness.
was fight week.
That was so fun. We've had so many dumb incidents because of Melissa. Remember her falling off the bike?
Oh, you remember that? Melissa?
God, I'm still traumatized.
She was Ronnie was in Dawn's room. I pull up my Instagram and I look at my Melissa's stories. And they're copies of our text messages.
X posted up copies of text messages between the both of them.
And I was sleeping with somebody at the time I wasn't supposed to be, and that was in the text messages, and now they're online. And I was like, Melissa, change your password.
I was like, what is she talking about?
Because you was on a bike at the time.
I would never. I'm on the bike. Let me tell you. You know those guys that's on the bike that do those flips in the air? That was me. When they said that this bike
Evil Knievel
flipped, people in traffic were looking. The bike did its own twist. I'm on the ground still trying to wait. Because I'm just like, what does that have to talk about? This was not me. And I'm seeing. I'm like, wait, who's in my account? And I just was like, oh my God, I would never forget.
All we hear on the other line is the
bike going tumbling.
The bike,
and I'm shaking.
and going, ah!
So that bike that y'all see me on my videos with, that's the bike.
Got it. Are you retiring? Or are you gonna fight again?
No, I owe it to myself to do a fight again, because remember 2023 I got hit by a truck. So after this foot heals, I want to give them one more dance.
Good for you.
Yes.
That's nice.
That's
nice of you. Well, Mel, I want to let you know that this has been one of the most entertaining interviews that we have done. Not that we've done many, but still.
I know. We're gonna get a lot of feedback from this one.
We love having you, and of course, we definitely want to have you back at some time.
Look into the camera and give the fans how they can follow you. I mean, we're gonna tag you in this, but let them know.
Fans, love you guys. I love you guys. You guys can follow me on Instagram, killer_mel. KILLER_mel MEL. Facebook, Melissa X. Twitter, Melissa at Melissa Saintville. MySpace, I don't remember.
MySpace. That does not even exist anymore.
But yes, that's where you can find me at. And on Twitter, Melissa. What's that? TikTok, Melissa Saintville. So yes, guys, stay in touch with me. And guys, shout out to the 2026 Hall of Famers.
Whoop, whoop. And make sure you follow at Queen and Heat. Because if you're seeing this through one of our pages, you have to follow the podcast
on
at Queen and Heat.
All
platforms.
social media platforms. YouTube, TikTok, Spotify, and Instagram. So follow. Click. So Mel, give them a little bit of your what can I say? I want you to give them a little piece of Tony.
You mean Tyrone?
Tyrone.
Yeah.
You know what
Shout
I'm
out to everybody watching, the podcast, you know what I'm saying? Yo, shout out to Heather, Ronica, yeah.
Wait. Okay, deuces.
Deuces, guys.
Deuces.